Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, let's take a look at is a bounce incoming for SMCI stock. So let's take a look at the price action for that. And before that, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So guys, the thing is that SMCI stock is still in the downtrend. Nothing has changed on this thing. We did have some small rebounds on this that I can show you on my tool as well here. So as I just turned it on the another tool of mine, you can see we had some bounces here, some of it, but that was just a rebound, and we are just continuing in the bearish direction still on SMCI. So nothing has really turned around for this right now. And so however, while I'm saying that, we do have likelihood, yes, we do have a likelihood of bounce forming, but this is a very early possible indication. So we'll talk about how possibly this thing could be looked at for any upside if that has to come. Now first, let's a little bit zoom out here. Let's get to the weekly interval, because we gotta use that as a reference. Now we are, and let me actually adjust really quick something on my tool here. If you need access to my tools, guys, check out the details in the description of this video. Okay, so SMCI here on the weekly interval is still overall in the downtrend, but it's approaching some zones where, as we'll take a look at daily interval in just a second, we are seeing that areas of previous bounces, demand zones, right? This is the liquidity grab over here. And it's just getting into that area of potential demand zone. Now, this is where it was back in 2023. And thereafter it had its run up with the AI stocks, but then this is where mostly it has found the bounces. Now, just because we are approaching that level or the zone doesn't mean that we're gonna bounce this time as well. So we have to see possible price action develop for that confirmation to happen. So let's get to the daily interval now, because that is what is building up right now. Okay, and so on the daily interval, there are a couple of levels that we have to watch. I'm going to turn on my change the on the daily interval settings again. Now if you want to know what I'm doing here, what settings I'm changing on my tools, if you have access to my tools, you would have received the onboarding videos as well, so all the details are in there. Now here SMCI, though being in the downtrend, but as I just showed you, is approaching some prominent demand levels. Now, every time as we are making a next leg lower, we do have the, I like to call it a coefficient of elasticity. It's a physics term, but I like to use it here because the principles are the same technically. When I say principles are the same, the concept behind the analogy is the same, is what I'm trying to say. This is no physics over here, but it's more about capturing the analogy with how the buyers and the sellers are reacting. Okay, so anyways, it's a concept that I like to pick from physics there. But anyways, so what I'm seeing here is that we do have buyers at a zone of previous importance stabilizing enough recently with, again, without going into too much detail, the coefficient of elasticity is looking like it's gonna rebound here. And the levels to watch though, the confirmation, we can have a elastic rebound on this thing, and that is above the zone of 3174 to 3272. Okay, so this is the zone. If we, without breaking further below, now that's important because we are still in the bearish structure, so technically we haven't really gained any strength, but there is early indication of strength possibly happening. But the momentum will not pick up on this thing until we get above 3178 to 3270, right? Especially on a day where we are approaching a demand area, you have to be watching a zone with the price action looking like it's gonna soon rebound, because I do think that we do have buyers holding the area of importance with the area of a potential like a rebound, which is, as I said, it's going to be elastic rebound, just because the coefficient of the drop is getting less and less here, which means the rebound is just building. Okay, and with the more the significant drop, the more the elasticity, the better the rebound is as well with that. So, and that's what is the level to watch for that 3132. Now, nothing is guaranteed, it's always about the probability, but the probability of possible a strong push rebound on SMCI is possible, as I said, above 31.72 to 32.72, around a zone of $1 there, 31 to 32.70 both sides. All right. Okay, so that's all I had for you technically in this video. Regardless of what the news is, doesn't matter, but it's just all about trading it technically. Now, what if we don't get to that zone, the blue zone above, right? So if we stay below the blue zone, we just gonna stay sideways on this thing, and that's why it's not a long trade below that. And if we fail, if we don't see this within a week or so, if we don't regain above the blue box, most likely it's not going to happen then in the near term. So it's also about the timeline is within a week or two. If it has to happen, it has to happen within a week or even less than 2 weeks, as I would say, not even full 2 weeks, but a week to less than 2 weeks. Okay. But as if we don't regain above the blue box, then we do have a room to test 27.50 and then $22 as well. But that's what we are watching in SMCI for now. All right, guys, that's all I had for you in this video, and we'll see you in the next videos. Take care. Bye.